Hey everybody, I'm gonna go live now. Oh, I have to do one quick thing. I forgot to mute the stream. Alright, hey everybody, it's Parsnip, and this is a late night stream, for me at least. But sadly, due to my health, I wasn't able to stream earlier, so today will just be a really simple Minecraft survival let's play. And pardon me. Let's get right into it. So we're gonna start a whole brand new world for this. We're gonna create a world, and we will call it Stream World. How about that? Stream World. Survival? No. Okay, let's get right into it. And let's hope that there's a decent spawn in point. So, how is everybody doing tonight? I hope you're all doing really well. As I said, I was just having some health issues earlier, but I seem to be on the mend now. The only issue I have now is I'm not tired, so I figured streaming would be a great thing to do. And there we go. So let's get the terrain load. Okay, this isn't too bad. We do have some trees. It's not... Oh, just don't let this be powdered snow, please. Oh, okay, there's a tree. Let's get to this tree quickly. I have learned that powdered snow and I really are not good friends at all. So I attempt to avoid the stuff like the plague. But I think we can work with the place that we spawned in. We'll collect some wood, make some tools quickly, and then take a look around and see if there's maybe somewhere a little greener pasture that we can go and set up a little house. So again, this stream, depending on how I'm feeling, may last for a while, or it may not last for more than about an hour and a half or so. But I'm going to give it my best shot at trying to go for as long as I can and really get a good start on this. Alright, if anybody sees any greener pastures, please shout it out, because, ooh, red-eyed bunny. Well, I guess we're heading for the spruce. Okay, there's green over there. Let's go. Oh, yeah, polar bear. I think the funniest thing I've ever had happen is when they, my daughter and I used to play a lot on the PS4. And at one point, pardon me, when they had first, or at least we first found polar bears, we didn't realize that the bear AI was similar to that of real bears, where if you get in between a cub and a mother, the adult bear will attack. And we spent probably a comical 20 minutes running away from this bear who was chasing us all over. It would start with my daughter, and then I would get in the way, and it was rather funny. It was a good 20-minute laugh. It eventually ended up killing me, but that was okay. Alright. I think we're close to some grass now. Let's get over here. Sorry about all the clearing of my throat. I will take a sip of my drink in just a second. Ooh. We want this. Well, there we go. Let's get out of the snowy biome, because not always a fan of the challenge of trying to start a base in a snowy biome. It's not quite the challenge I want, and just a nice simple little let's play for us. Maybe later on we can take on some more challenging projects, depending on how long this series goes for. And I'm thinking this is looking pretty good right here. We've got some underground access. We've got grass at least, which is nice. No snow. There is a mountain across the way, lots of trees, fish. Yeah, this looks like a pretty good place to set up. Alright. So, let's start with the grand old crafting table. Now I saw a little kind of cubby cave back here. We're going to give this a check out. Does this cubby cave work as a starter home? Oh, I have to find my drink. No, this cubby cave does not start as a... No, it's not even a cubby cave. It's... Alright, let's find a little cubby cave to tuck into for right now. And then I can find my drink so I can stop clearing my throat on you guys. I'm really sorry about this. Alright. Ugh. I need food. Alright, so most people that play with me know my absolute dislike for these berry bushes. I was one of the first people that, well, not first people, but I was one of the people that when they first were brought out into the game, I may have been pricked to death fairly quickly. Ooh, that's not a cubby cave, but that's really pretty. Oh, hi sheep, if you could just hold still for just a few seconds, that would be great. Let's do this. So, hi sheep, how are you? Thank you. You know, as I said, it's not a cubby cave, but it is a fairly nice... Okay, never mind. We're not ready for creepers yet. I occasionally can get a little too big for my britches, and yes, I realize I just chopped a dirt block with an axe. Nobody get upset. I, use what I... Ooh, that's pathing. Oh, okay. I think we can all get really excited right about now, because if that's pathing, that means we found... Minecraft's smallest village? Yep, I think we've just successfully found Minecraft's smallest village. Maybe there's... Okay, there's more this way. I was about to get really worried there for a moment. Alright, well, I think we have found home. I think what we're going to do now is we're going to wait for nighttime, and then we can trap in a few of these villagers. And, oh, no, it's a much bigger village than I thought. Alright, so we're going to do some... Oh, yeah. I'll get to saving you, don't worry. How about you just, stay in your house for now, though. Alright, we have some bread, so we don't need to eat the berries. That's always nice. Some more wood. Okay. Alright, these trees are gonna have to go. Thankfully, I think with these spruce kind of coniferous forest villages, I think you can find toolsmiths a lot easier than... Sorry, sheep. I really am sorry, but... Okay. We'll just try and get as many of these villagers trapped in as possible, and then that way we can, oh, more bread. More wood. Because if we can get these villagers trapped in, we can start changing this city up. Go. Go out. How did you... I guess you find villagers in the weirdest of locations, huh? Alright, we'll just continue giving a little... yes, I occasionally have issues with doorways and not getting through them very well, but, oh, come on. What? Come on, you're, oh. Okay, there we go. Alright, this seems to end here. Again, pardon me. Alright, let's continue going through and seeing what we're gonna have to... Okay, this town is gonna take some... Okay, we found a pie, which is nice, and we found some emeralds, which is good, so when we do find somebody to trade with... Oh, no, you... Alright, and... Oh, there's more over here. Pardon me. Oh, I've already picked this one clean, apparently. Alright, so we're gonna continue going. This town does not have an iron golem, though. Oh, we have a cartographer. That's always nice. And we have stuff. Alright, well... I think for now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up in the second floor of the cartographer's place. And, pardon me, get ourselves ready to set this place up and take over this village. I mean, I'm pretty happy with taking over villages to make nice little starter towns with, because once you can get this going, then at that point it's a lot easier to start things such as villager trading halls and all the rest of that. Alright, I think we've got all that there. We eat some bread and then we'll grab the pickaxe and let's see if we can go and get some cobblestone to... Alright, I'm gonna need to grab wood, because these villagers are going to go back in their houses shortly, and I sure would like to trap as many in as possible, because trapped villagers mean I'm saving their life. Okay, let's start. Alright, yep, you guys are fine. Alright, we'll start with this house over here. Hey, come on, don't be fooling around, get inside. Pants. Yeah. Let's put on the pants. Alright, we've got a blocked off house there. Let's figure out if somebody went in here. Nope. Alright, let's grab the beds that the villagers have chosen not to use and try and get them in some of the houses that are a little closer to places that they might actually want to use. Here, they can sleep next to the cauldrons. There we go. Okay, you are trapped in already. Okay, we got somebody trapped in here. Alright. Next. Oh, I'm seeing zombies though. Wooden tool. I brought the wrong tools with me. I just wasn't thinking, was I? That's why I did say that there would be lots of giggles with this stream. Due to the simple fact that I knew I would probably be making mistakes. Ow! Okay, that wasn't funny. I refuse to die to a zombie on the first. Okay, there's two. Where did I... Oh, I'm in there, right. Let's grab the sword, which will help me out more. I'll just keep using the jumping technique, and then we'll go back to trapping in more villagers. Alright. Find a door, see if there's a villager. Oh, there's a villager inside. Okay, ready? Close them in. How about over here? We got more villagers. Yep, we do. There we go. Alright, we've got them locked in place. There's a creeper over there. I am not ready for creepers yet. Let's see if we can kill the zombie. Let's deal with that one in a minute. They're trapped anyways. Alright, you are trapped. Alright, let's see. Have we done all the houses? You can have a bed. Oh. Okay. Ooh. No, 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 no. Okay, that one's trapped. Alright, I think we're good. I think we're good. And we got 2 extra beds. Now there was somewhere where a villager did need a bed. Plus I have to deal with dimwits in the box over here. Right, it's in this one. Can I just somehow squeak a bed in? That's all I'm trying to do here. Try and squeak a bed in, because there's an extra villager in here. And then these guys should still be able to get out of their place, but not out, because I don't want them getting out. Hence why I'm not going to sleep there, because I'm sure that little baby villager will get out somehow if I do. Alright, there's my place of residence. Alright, let's close this up, jump up here, and jump in my own bed. Alright. Well, I hope everybody is doing alright tonight, even though I have a feeling that I'm the only one watching. But that's okay. I figured being a late night stream that I probably wouldn't get many people, if anyone. I have a feeling that most people who normally watch me have probably already gone to bed. And I completely understand that, and I know that this stream is really late, and tomorrow I am hoping to get on a little earlier so that more people can join in the fun. Tomorrow will be Friday, so I'm no go boom, no go boom. But I will take your gunpowder. Give me your gunpowder. Give me your gunpowder. Give me your no. Give me your gunpowder. Oh no, you blew up instead. All right, fine. Oh, I forgot about. Oh no. Well, I guess we may have lost the zombie villager that was trapped somewhere, and I totally forgot about him and to go save him and all the rest of that. Oops, my bad. Yeah, I can't even find him now, so I am thinking that it has probably perished. And that's okay. Here, I need you to die. I want some string. Thanks. And that's okay. If it perished, it perished. Oh, okay, look. Some of these trees are gotta go now. Start cleaning up this village. Maybe build a little palisade around. That way we can let the villagers wander free again. And we can start breeding them up in the old-fashioned way. Just let them roam around and do their thing. And whoops. And start getting some more professions going. See if we can't get some good trades in. But first we have to do something about the tree problem. There are trees everywhere. I don't think you need to be touching the roof of the house, because then you think you're touching a tree. And you don't despawn. Leaves can be so annoying that way. I have had many a tree umbrella, I believe as some people call it, happen just not even thinking. I cut down a tree that grew next to my house, and alright, I think we've got enough wood, or we don't have enough wood, but pardon me, we're gonna go and get down into some mines and see if we can't find some stone and some resources. And yeah, I'm trying to look and see which one of these has a zombie flesh in it, because at that point we know which one our little buddy was in, and we can rest in peace our little buddy. We have another bed free and open there. Alright. Alright, so let's okay. No, I really hate those berry bushes. Those are gonna have to come down very shortly, or else I will probably have a major accident with them. Alright, now I know that there is some, here, this floating rock needs to kind of go anyway, so let's clear this out. Even though, thanks for the stone stairs, but I wanted more stone blocks. I need to make some stone tools, and a furnace would be nice as well. Living on bread is not going to be very good for very long. Alright. Okay, we've been live for about 31 minutes. That works. No rotten flesh in there. Got a whole bunch of villagers going a little stir crazy, I can tell that much though. Oh well, oops. Soon they won't have time to be stir crazy, because I will have them put to work very shortly, creating fun and fancy things. Now, come on, where's that floating Okay, I thought that was a villager for a moment. It was just a cow's bum. Alright, here we go. There's the floating. Okay. and stone, and there's even some iron. Isn't that tasty? I think that's tasty. I do like the fact that iron is much closer to the surface and a lot easier to find now. Um, One of the reasons I really like mining is I used to have so much trouble finding iron that it was not always the easiest thing for me when I first started playing Minecraft was understanding the levels at which everything. Sorry, let me build this to. Yeah, understanding the levels where certain ores and stuff like that was something that took me a very long time to learn, and I just built the wrong thing. That's okay. Something that took me a very long time to do, and I have to say, it still, to this day, is not the easiest thing for me to remember is where everything is. I've actually got a picture of, there's a graph for the new 1.182 of where ores are located, and I've actually got it printed out and put on my desk so that I don't look like a complete moron when mining on stream. Alright, I really don't want too much copper because while it is a pretty block, it is a very pretty block and it does very pretty things, and I live in a city where there are roofs made of copper and they are gorgeous and they're wonderful, but in Minecraft, copper is nothing more than something that takes up room in your storage system unless you are going to build with it. So I am going to be a very good little parsnip and try not to mine too much copper to take up room in the storage area, at least at first. I'm sure at some point I will start building with copper, and at that point you're going to see a big storage room full of copper. Alright, how much do we have? We have 24. That should be enough for now. Let's switch to the proper tool. There we go. And refresh. Okay, we have a magical poppy, everyone. So this magical poppy, we have to make sure that it does not get destroyed. So at some point, I will have to make up some glass or something. Do a nice little kind of glass bubble around it. Make sure that it doesn't get touched. Because I know me, it will get touched. Alright. Let's get some of this stuff junked out of the inventory and clear up more of these trees. I can't stand this. Oh my god, I keep getting... Ugh. And wider doorways. I mean... It's the leather pants, isn't it? It's gotta be the leather pants. I'm the same with this door. I have... no idea. Lately, I just cannot get through the doorways very easily. Alright, here we go. We need to keep that. We need to keep... Those can go in there. That can go in there. And I wanted to cook this up. This. Let's first start off by making a furnace so that we can cook some food and smelt that one piece of iron. Bring on the iron smelting. Woohoo! After this, we need wood. Pardon me. My throat does not want to seem to clear, but it is spring, so I'm going to slightly blame pollen for a lot of stuff. And hopefully soon I will stop clearing my throat every 2 seconds. That would be just swell for me, and I'm sure for you guys out there listening. Cannot be nice listening to every 2 seconds. But hopefully once spring passes and the weather turns nice and not so, I don't know, pollen filled, everything will hopefully even out. My throat will get a little bit better. So no one has to worry. I'm not sick or anything. I'm just 'tis the season to have some allergy symptoms, and there we go. All right, let's sleep and then let's cut down some trees because, as we discovered on our first night, zombies and creepers enjoy pouring out of these forests when you're not paying attention, and there are so many trees filling this place that, well, yeah, you see that one there. Okay, so let's start clearing up so that we can at least see that there's village houses. And use some of this wood. We can do an alternate wood and stone palisade around the entire town. That way we can keep it a little bit safer, get it all lit up, and then we can free the villagers and let them live a little bit of a happier life than, well, let's take a look. That. I mean, he doesn't look very happy, does he? Nope, he keeps trying the door. It's not gonna work. Alright, let's get some more trees downed. I should probably build a boat and catch that Enderman to kill it, but just can't be asked right now. I'm in tree cutting mode at the moment. Alright. Yeah, so I think ringing around the city, we'll probably do a wooden wall, and then we can light that all up and get our little living enclave going on in here, and then we can start releasing the villagers and getting them to go to work. We will need to set up a little garden area as well. Again, this is just beginning days. This is, I believe, day 3 I'm on right now. So this is just beginning days for right now. Eventually, we will start automating a lot more things. I am a fan of automation, but you will notice that a lot of the farms I build do not have redstone, mostly because redstone is not one of Parsnip's very best friends. Now, I'm trying to learn how to do redstone more, but I find it very confusing sometimes to know exactly what to do with redstone, and that's a pain in the ass. Just give me my piece of wood, thank you. So, but I am slowly but surely doing the challenge to learn how to do more redstone things, but so most of my farms, you will notice, do not have any redstone attached to them at all. They are just very simple spawn in and using the right methods to be able to collect a lot more, so AFKing and such like that. But we will get to probably automating, I'd say probably within the next couple of streams. First off, we want to get the town just kind of set up so that we can get the villagers set out and get their base professions going. And then shortly after that, we can, we'll have to do a mining session as well. Now, thankfully, so this is why I've got to cut down the trees. I've lost it again, and whoever's watching, you feel free to laugh at me. Okay, so there's cut holes here, but this is why you'll laugh at me. I completely lost this. So what I might do is move the villager out of here, tear down this house, and then in one of the next couple of sessions that we do, I'll probably start a mine area over here, and we will head right on down. I'm probably just gonna skip stone level entirely for a lot of things and go straight down to deep slate. I find that ores down there are just a lot more. Oh, hey. Axolotls? Axolotls? We have a chance at axolotls here. This is a good thing. I would like an axolotl. There are a few pets that are necessary for parsnips, and an axolotl is one, and the witch's black cat is the other. I also do like to get the Jellycat. I think that Jelly is absolutely adorable, and I like supporting Jelly. And I like supporting Good Times with Scarby, making sure that Jelly gets the representation that she deserves, because she is an adorable cat. Alright, so let's hop out of here, because we're not going to be mining today. Today is about trees. Oh, that's a big tree. So we're gonna boop. So I hope everybody's having a good day so far, or at least had a good day, I should say, seeing as it's, at least at my time, it is now after midnight, so shortly it's going to be my time to do my Wordle. Does anybody else Wordle? I Wordle daily. Since I got introduced to the game, it's something I look forward to doing every day before I would normally be going to bed. But today I don't think sleep will be coming very easily for me, so I probably won't be doing it before bed, but I have a feeling I will stop and do some Wordle soon, because as I said, I really enjoy doing it. I find one of the effects I find that left me with the pandemic was I don't know, maybe other people will be feeling this as well. I feel dumb. We here in my area, in my city, my country, we were in a lockdown for a very long period of time, and it really wasn't okay-ish to really go and see people for almost 2 years, I'd say, about a year and a half. So while you did have Zoom calls and the like, you do eventually get burned out on those. And so there's not much challenge. You're not going out, you're not really seeing things, you're not having to work out normal day-to-day life problems. And I really did find that over the pandemic, I just really feel like I got dumber because there was no challenge. And so I started probably about at the year point of lockdown. I started doing like daily Sudoku puzzles, and I started doing daily just little challenge puzzles. There was a silly little free app game called June's Journey, I believe it's called. But it's a locate the hidden items thing as fast as you can for more points. And being a rather competitive person, here, let's turn on to a different view here. So being a decently competitive person, I, would challenge myself to get better and better each day. But what I found was it was helping not only my hand-eye coordination get better, but it was helping my just remembering skills, recall, and all the rest of that. But what I'm finding really hard these days is still vocabulary, because the speaking to people was not, as much as it would have been if things had been normal, no pandemic in the world kind of deal. So I really do appreciate things like Wordle and puzzle games and stuff like that, and it helps me to regain what I feel is lost IQ. So, alright. We came up here to make a couple new axes because we have killed ours. Alright. Oh. Okay, I think we're gonna probably get the trees, finish cutting down the trees in the village tonight, and then I may call it for tonight at least. But I think we will probably continue on tomorrow with part 2 and get the walls built and release the villagers and fix some of these creeper holes. But let's get the trees continue to cut down and I can continue to think of things to say. I do. Going to rent. Trying to take the smaller trees down before I have to start doing little nerd poles up to cut those big, huge trees. Oh, really? Okay, clear the path. Let's go. Come on. Say this is the only problem with taking over one of these spruce forest villages or deciduous forest villages. I'm not exactly sure what they call these ones. But they are always so overgrown that you have to spend so much time clearing things out, or else you run into a small mob problem most nights. And I'm not there. While I have fancy leather pants so far, I'm not ready for, taking on the amounts of zombies and creepers. Now, am I the only one? Like, is anyone else noticing now that, with the newest update that there's a lot more mobs in certain places? Like, I don't just mean caves, but I mean forests and stuff like that. There are a lot more mobs. It can be a lot more dangerous on your first night now if you don't get into the right place pretty quickly. And another question I have is, what would people like to call the groups of like 7 or 8 creepers that you find in caves? Like, do we call it a kaboom of creepers? Because I generally call it insta-death if I don't notice them on time. Because once that first creeper goes off, some of them just aren't in its explosion range, and next thing you know, that's it. Say goodnight, Gracie. But I am really appreciating the new caves and all the rest of that. I think the new terrains are just absolutely gorgeous, but I have to say I'm still very much looking forward to 1.19 coming out. I am looking forward to being a crazy parsnip and taking on the challenge of going to one of the I want to call it Underdeep, but it's not the deep down. Deep Dark. I want to transform one of those cities so badly. So I've been trying to do as much research on the Warden and Warden survival as possible. I think if I do this, it will probably be absolute hilarity because I'm going to die a million times. But I really do. I love the challenge of rebuilding, or not even rebuilding, but just improving upon the features that are already in the game. And this one I'm very much looking forward to, as I've generally, most of my Minecraft life, lived at Bedrock. I start mining, and then by the time I notice that I'm, all the rest of that, I have generally created cave systems. Oh, wrong there. Slow parsnip moment, sorry. You can laugh. But generally I start mining things out to get diamonds and all the rest of that, and by the time I'm done mining, I have so much stuff that I don't want to bother bringing it back up to the surface, so I just end up taking these giant caves and such like that I've made and carving them out into cities, and that's always been, I don't know, my style of gameplay. So hence why I'm looking forward to the Deep Dark, is because I am looking forward to, as a mole person, attempting to survive down there. I think it's going to be a fun challenge. That challenge I am willing to take on because, again, I think it's going to be absolutely fun. Am I scared of the warden? Yeah, I am. I am actually very terrified of interacting with the warden. I'm you know what? This house has no purpose. So, you know what we're going to do? We're just going to take it down right now. Uh, it's outside of what I'm going to consider town boundaries. So, we can just take it down and reuse the resources somewhere else. Because there is an extra bed, which means that I can schmuck it in the house and throw some bread in with some villagers, and we all know what happens then. So, as I said, I have a healthy wariness of what is going to come with the warden, and I am not fooling myself into thinking that somehow I will be a pro Minecrafter and survive even, 5 seconds with the warden, but just the whole concept of the deep dark is something that is actually really exciting me to see. Another thing I'm really looking forward to is the swamps update. I had a chance to play with the snapshot, and I am thoroughly excited by some of the new blocks that'll come in. For those that don't know me very well, I am primarily a builder. I do like playing survival Minecraft. I do. I really do enjoy it, but primarily I enjoy basing with somebody who likes it doing all the stuff, and I just make pretty bases or functional farms or things like that. So I like taking care of the home base more and building it up and having it be pretty. So while I do have skills, I am not, by any stretch of the imagination, a pro PvPer. So I have no delusions that I will last very long against a warden, even if I, do all the studying and prepping that I'm doing. But as I said, I'm excited to get down there and try and see one of the cities and see what I can do to, in my own mind, turn it a little bit, make it a little bit better. Take it from basic to non. I'm gonna need better than stone tools very shortly, so I think we're gonna wrap it up probably soonish, maybe. I don't know. I'm actually still feeling it, so I'm not too uncomfortable or in too much pain right now. So let's hope that the medication I took to help that was working, because that's great. And let's see if we can't just really make a good push on clearing out the village before I deep dive for any iron. I hate berry bushes. Oh. Alright, for anyone watching who doesn't feel too shy to talk in chat, what is your most disliked block in Minecraft? So what is a block you don't like, or maybe you consider it your cursed block because it's I don't know, gravel has fallen on your head so many times. I don't know. For me, one of the worst things is I do not like these bushes. I really, actually, just don't like these bushes at all. I am also not a fan of purple. I do not like purple blocks. I think purple blocks are kind of gross. I don't like the pastel purple color. It's not a me color. I have tried to use purple blocks so many times, and I end up tearing it right out of the build within just a few minutes of placing it, because I just cannot stand that block. I will use most forms of the terracotta, just because even the weird one with the arrow I find has uses. I find mine systems, once they start to get too big, I actually use that one for directions, and they're just really nice to have as a directional arrow, and they help people like myself who can be directionally challenged find their way back home again instead of dying through the night. Is there... It's attached to the house. See, this is what I mean. I forgot to see if it was attached to the house, and so it didn't despawn. Ugh, annoying. Alright, I think we only have a few more trees to go. And then I think we've pretty much cleared the major area. Now, thankfully we have pumpkins. Okay, I see a Siamese. Is it only a Siamese? There. Let the fox go. We'll have to check and see, but we will start collecting animals at some point. But we always start with the important ones first, that, you know, meat is our friend. It keeps us alive. It allows us to do things. Alright. I think, with the sun setting, I think this is the only tree. Oh no, there's a couple over here that need to be taken down too. Oh, tree cutting. Isn't this the most exciting stream ever? But at least I'm learning to talk to myself, talk to everybody, and hopefully not be too boring in my blathering. But I don't know how to spice up a tree cutting, make it spicy. Alright, let's take down this tree and we will get the floating tree in the morning, but we'll go and hit the there we go. Hi, Bosun, how are you? I am doing some late night Minecraft. I was supposed to stream earlier today, and unfortunately I was not feeling very well, but now I am sitting here chopping down trees. It's probably one of the most exciting things for people to watch, but alright, let's get this floating tree gone, thanks to that creeper. Alright. I have to say, the one data pack I really do appreciate is I'm not stopping to make another axe. I will punch this tree like my life depends on it. The one data pack I really appreciate, I have a server as well, and we have a data pack on there where it takes out the bottom log of the tree and then the whole tree explodes. And while at first it took me a while to get used to the exploding tree noises, now it's actually a data pack I really appreciate having. It just makes these large clear cuts so much faster because you don't have to individually take out every wood block. Alright, let's pick up all of these little drops and really go through and make sure that the villagers really want out. Okay, this is touching the side of the house. There we go. I'm gonna leave the taller trees though. They don't really affect as much as these shorter trees, like when you have the shorter trees and all of the foliage is here and you're trying to get through the village. That does not help very much. So, okay. Alright, so from here I think we will definitely have to lay out a pattern for the walls. And then we're going to need to collect some dirt for fill so that we can do a little bit of terraforming. And there we go. Vein miner. Oh, vein miner for trees. Yes, that's what, yeah, that, I love that one. So, and, oops, sorry. Gonna just get myself somewhere for a second so I can take a sip of something because I'm feeling a tickle in my throat and I don't want to cough on you guys. Goodness, it's dry in here. Plus, I need to eat. I somebody introduced me to Cave Factory, and that was my first introduction to vein miner of any sort, whether it be for mining or trees or anything like that. I was so in love with it. I had my hammer and I would sing the Diggy Diggy song as I went along, and it was just spectacular. I absolutely appreciate vein miner quite well. Um, yeah, I think we need to take out these trees here because that's going to block the path there. And then it's time to start taking all of this luscious wood that we have collected and building a giant wall around this place. I do have method to my madness because later on this giant wall will help protect against raids, because it's if you build the giant, I mean, as most people know, if you take over a village, building your giant wall is great, but it also makes it really easy. So you go trigger raid, hop back in, and then you can just pretty much take everything out from the top of the walls. So I really appreciate it. All right, I came in here for an axe. That's what I'm in here for. So I should probably make about 2 more axes, I would say, and then I think we'll be done with the axes. Alright, so we need to... yeah, those trees right there. Because these are the trees that got the creeper to spawn in earlier, so these are the ones that need to go. So how are you doing, Abozen? Are you doing well today? Are you up for some Phasmo at some point? Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Alright, and then we want to take these ones out. Alright, jump. There we go. So let's get these last couple of trees out. As I said, I'm sure starting day streams on for Minecraft are probably some of the most entertaining of streams. It's mostly cutting down trees, mining, and trying not to die challenges. But hoping I'm keeping it entertaining for everybody. Let's see, what else can I talk about? Well, let's see. Let's talk a little bit, I guess, about me. My name is Parsnip. I am a Canadian. I am a streamer, a writer, an artist. I also do some work for a foundation for religious and cult survivors. You're doing an assignment. That sounds fun. Not really. But I hope you're enjoying it. But yeah, I also work with an organization to provide help for religious and cult survivors when they eventually are able to get out of the situations that they're in. We are there to be able to help provide help with mental health care, as well as basic living setups and stuff like that. Other than that, I'm a mom to a wonderful dog and lizard and human. My human you may or may not meet. I know that tomorrow I will probably be doing an earlier stream with them at some point, or at some point this weekend I will be. I think we're going to do a Roblox stream. That is one of the things that we like to do together. Because as your kiddo grows older, you find that, you don't always have the same interests as them anymore. So video games is our one main interest. But we have no way of playing Minecraft together anymore, as our PS4 has decided it does not like playing discs. We still use it for watching TV, but that's about its only purpose now, because it's cheaper than cable. Um, so tomorrow I think we're going to try and stream some Roblox together, and hopefully you guys will. Don't think you'll get to hear them talking or anything like that, but you'll at least get to see their personality come out through their avatar and their game style. I've also given them free reign that if they'd like to take me to some other games that they like playing, I'm more than happy to try. Um, they have taken me to some different parkour games, which can be absolute hilarity, to be very honest. Parkour, while not my strong suit, I have a never give up kind of attitude. So, hi Cal, bye Cal. All right. So after running around, I think we're pretty much done with tree clear up. And we'll just pick up all these saplings and we will figure out a compost bin very shortly. But I think we are done with sapling removal. So I think we'll take down some of these useless houses and shrink the town down. And then maybe call it a night at that point. I don't know. But yeah, we have to move this poor guy. Oh, and we have to preserve this. That's right. We have to preserve this one. So we have to get some sand. Okay, I think I know where some sand is. And then if we... So let's see. We're going to want to do probably 1, 2... Yeah, we're going to need a decent amount of sand. So what we can do around here is I will smelt up some sand and we'll just do a nice glass sphere around it and try and preserve it. And that will be the magical floating poppy. And there we go. Alright, we do need to move some pumpkins, but that's alright. And yeah, I don't think we need to cut down these trees. Yeah, no, that'll be fine. Alright, perfect. Still never did find where that zombie villager went, or wherever he was originally. Oh well. Although I'd say that's pretty good, only losing one villager, to the first night, and then losing no more afterwards. I'd say that was a pretty good feat. Oh. Okay. Time to expand the storage. Okay. Let's put the wood stuff in here. There we go. And that. Alright, I know I don't have enough wood, but that's alright. We're gonna start this anyways because I want to. Alright. Alright, we are at the hour and 10-minute mark. Everyone, remember to stop for a moment, stretch, wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, give yourself a good stretch out. Make sure you do move somewhat. Have a drink of something, hydrate, always important. I'm gonna give my back a little bit of a, okay. Alright, gonna readjust my heating pad as well, so hopefully that'll keep the pain in my spine down a little bit. And then I can keep going for a little bit longer. I think think one of the things I will be putting on my must save for list is definitely a brand new computer chair of some sort that is a little bit more lumbar friendly. I think that's the best way to put it. This one is not as lumbar friendly as I would hope that it would be, sadly. Alright, we're gonna go here, and here, and here. And we're unhappy with this, so we're gonna delete this, and this, and this. I did not let you go that way. Why did you go that way? Please do not do that. Okay. Oh well. If I can't make it, then hopefully critters can't either. Okay, so we want to go out from here. These walls are not gonna be like the cleanest walls. It's just starter walls to get this place going. And we can make it pretty later after we've got some supplies under our belt and all the rest of that. For now, we'll just do what we can to keep ourselves and the villagers safe. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to get some dirt. This is gonna drive me insane, the different levels of 2, 3. I'll fix that in a little bit. How are you stuck in there? There. I'll never understand the AI of some of the creatures here. Alright. Oh no, the door is on this side for this. Alright, so we have to take the center part. I should be paying attention to door placement. I did say when I posted the stream on Discord that this would be for a giggle, and that would be why. Because of mistakes like that. Alright, let's hope we don't run out of too much wood. Alright, so I was telling you guys a bit more about me. Let's see. Again, I've listed off all the things that I do. I am said I'm a mom, and I streamer, artist, writer. I don't ask me to sing though; it will not come out very nicely. So that is one creative thing that I cannot do, is sing very well. But I can do a lot of other things very creatively. Let's see, before I was an artist and all the rest of that, I lived in Southeast Asia for a very long time, and I not only taught English there, but I was a photographer. So I did contract work for different organizations, taking photos. Probably one of the funnest ones I had was for animal documentation. So it was me in a tree for about 3 weeks, and I had to work in assistance of trail cams. So certain animals were high on the list of priority to try and get photographs of. There were about 5 animals that were thought to have possibly had gone extinct or critically endangered at this point. That some of the more some of the NGOs, wildlife NGOs and such like that, wanted to have some evidence of, so that they could try and really work hard to get these areas protected. One of the problems in not all, but many of the poorer countries in Southeast Asia is that you do find a lot of corruption. And because there's a lot of corruption, unfortunately, there is not a lot of environmental protections put in for some of the more animal heavy natural areas. So unfortunately, some of the larger park areas where you find tigers and elephants and various types of, creatures that boggle the mind, they're basically being sold off to different corporations that are building hotels or golf courses or mines. There's been a lot of, because there's minerals under some of these areas. Unfortunately, it's whoever is willing to pay the highest amount. So a lot of creatures were thought to be pretty much out of the picture. But so my job was for 3 weeks to sit in a tree and photograph a whole bunch of any animal that went by, or any animal that was in the tree. That did happen occasionally too. But I'd say that was probably one of the funnest jobs, being able to live in a tree for 3 weeks and not really have to deal with humans, except for the occasional ranger that would come by and make sure that I had food and stuff like that. And that was probably one of the best. So I worked photography and teaching before I returned back to my home country of Canada. Let's see. What else? I've traveled most of the world. So I am a world traveler. If anyone is a fantasy fiction kind of friend, I for the longest time had the nickname of Kender, because I had wanderlust. So if I had the opportunity to travel somewhere, go somewhere, I would go. Even if I didn't have the opportunity to go somewhere and I really wanted to go somewhere, I would find the way to go and go. So I always had a huge case of wanderlust. It was never the other part of Kenderism. It was the wanderlust and just the fun of seeing the world. For me, that was a way that I found much better than textbooks or anything like that could teach you about the world, was actually seeing it and immersing yourself in the culture. So I have been to most continents now. I still have to get to, I've never been to Australia or New Zealand. I'd like to go there. And I would like to go more into Africa than just South Africa. And there are some places in Europe that I haven't gone yet that I would really love to get. I would love to go and see some of the northern European countries and such like that. I think that the beauty there is gorgeous. Now, I would definitely go during the summer, because here in Canada we get enough winter that I don't need to travel to another country in the winter just to experience their winter. So I would definitely probably go to these countries during the summer and not the winter. And but in that, we've sorry, I'm moving around in my chair, trying to make the. I'd like to make the at least 2 hour mark. If I can make the 2 hour mark today, that would really. I'd be really happy to get 2 hours under my belt. But my hips and my spine are starting to be a little on the protesting side. But if I keep shifting in my chair, hopefully that'll help. Ouch. Be able to prolong things. But it is also getting distracting, so you'll have to excuse me as I take a small momentary just break from playing Minecraft because, as I said, I'm getting slightly distracted by pain. Here, we'll look at. There we go. F5. I need to work on my skin. I need to get some gradient going in the sweater arms, but also the another friend of mine has commented that it looks like I perhaps disemboweled an axolotl and stuck it on my head. It's actually supposed to be an axolotl on my head, so I need to work on the skin to get it more looking like it's holding onto my head instead of that I have turned an axolotl into a hat. But yes, I do need to work on my skin just a little bit, but so far so good. Yeah, we're just going to take a momentary break. I'll keep talking, but so I won't go to the be right back screen or anything. I'll just keep talking and take a break this way, just so I can kind of stretch out for a moment and try and get things to cooperate a bit more, or maybe just get my back to crack. That would be really nice as well. And actually, yes. Yeah. It wasn't supposed to. I'm not very good at making skins. I try very hard, but so when I tried this one, it wasn't very successful. I do have another one with a little axolotl, so I've got it's a little kind of pinafore. Thank you. It's kind of like a little pinafore dress thing for my other skin. It's a pinafore dress, but then the axolotl is in the front pocket of the pinafore. So I've liked axolotls before they even came to Minecraft. I think that they are some of the most adorable little creatures, but I would love to own one, but they are, from what I've heard, they are actually incredibly hard pets to keep. So at that point, nope, out of my field. I like nice, easy pets. I have a nice, easy Labrador named Nacho, who unfortunately is a very old man, so no one take this the sad way. We've been prepared for a long time, but he will not be with us for very much longer. We think we've probably got another couple weeks of spoiling him rotten, and then unfortunately he's gonna go over the Rainbow Bridge. And after that, we will just have a very simple little Eurymastix lizard, whose name is Toothless, not after the dragon movies, but because this type of lizard has no teeth. They are completely herbivore, even though they will occasionally eat a mealworm once in a blue moon. They only want leafy lettuces and veggie, like they want flowers and leafy greens and such like that. They don't want anything else, so they don't have teeth, which we thought was fun. What they do have, though, for defense is a giant spiked tail, which they whip. And as I have learned from spooking poor Toothless once or twice, it hurts a lot when you get whipped by a Eurymastix tail. But other than that, she's pretty chill. We've had her now, I guess, for... Oh goodness, we've had Toothless for about 8 years now. But as I have told my child, they will be inheriting the lizard because a Eurymastix can have a lifespan of close to, I think it's somewhere in between 48 to 60 some odd years. So I have already informed child that they will be taking the Eurymastix and probably passing it to their children, who knows. Which we always get a good giggle out of. But an axolotl, I think, would just be a little too too much work for me. I have way too much on my plate as it is, and I don't think. But they are adorable creatures. They just have the cutest little smiles. There's a person now who started making TikToks where they have an axolotl, and when their axolotl comes to the glass, they'll like draw little smiley faces, or they'll like put little decorations on the glass so it looks like the axolotl is all dressed up. Some of the most wholesome, yet you will always bring a smile to my face to see people dressing up their little axolotls that way. They're just such cute little creatures, and then you get to know a bit more about them and you kind of go, okay, they are kind of deadly little creatures, but they are cute little creatures at the same time. And I will now blather on about it. Is there a villager in this one? No, I think we're just going to tear down. Whoa. I think if there's no villager in... Okay, there's a villager in that one, so we'll keep that house there, but I think this house is going to get torn down and this house will get torn down. Then I don't have to fill the giant gap at all. So at some point we'll get this villager out and we'll move him to another house that has more beds. So I don't think this one has a bed, but it has an... Why? Well, at least I have trapdoors for days. But I'd say this is one of the more annoying parts about these deciduous forest villages is the trapdoor troughs everywhere. It's like, okay, if it had dirt with some flowers in it, I could understand what its purpose was, but it just kind of looks like a trough that was left unfilled in the middle of... What's up? You might hear me talking to somebody. That would be the dog who is laying next to me. You will also occasionally hear me telling him to please just lay down. Just please lay down, and more in a begging tone than anything else. One thing about my dog, he is a Labradane, which means that he is a very large boy. He stands, let's see, I am about 5'8", and he stands at my hip. So he's very tall. He's got the height of a Labradane. He's got little Labradane legs. It's kind of cute. But then he's got Dane legs, which is very thin little legs, which are really cute. Then he's got a lab body, so he really does look like a potato stuck on some toothpicks. So he is a very large boy. He's about 130 pounds, and he stands tall, and he is all muscle. Even in his ripe old age now, he's got no fat on him. He is still a husky, muscular boy. And so he thinks, though, sometimes that he is a Chihuahua, I swear. Because he will attempt to shove himself in the smallest of nookie holes. So he will try... He's got his own desk in my studio to go and sleep under. It's a 6-foot long, nice solid desk, so there's lots of room under it for him to squish under. Whereas the desk that holds my computer monitors and my keyboard and such is probably only about 4 feet wide. And I've got like a foot thing under there so my feet can be up, when I'm comfortable working and stuff like that. And I've got my little garbage can, so there's not much room under there. But no, he insists that he can fit under there every single day. I think it's probably one of the funniest fights that I have every day, is to try and convince the giant dog that he is not as small as he thinks he is, and no, he cannot fit in there. That house has no village, but that one does. Alright. So let's continue putting up some wood. Pardon me. Alright, well, let's just... Alright, I will fix all that later, because if not, it will drive me insane. Let's see. Tomorrow is Friday. I am not sure if I have any big plans for tomorrow except for probably doing another stream tomorrow. As I said, I'll be doing Roblox with my kiddo at some point, whether it be tomorrow or on Saturday. But other than that, I'm not sure if I'm going to do Suspects this week. Again, I'm not feeling 100%, and I find for that game, I really do have to feel 100%. Just as somebody who is not that great at fibbing and such like that, I just find if I'm not in the right mental state, I cannot play that game very well. So I don't know if there is. I don't even know if there is Suspects tomorrow. I think there's supposed to be, but I do not think I'll be joining it this week just because, I've got a case of the blues for things, and work has been really hard lately, so I think it's probably best if I take a personal week and don't bring my emotions to the table, and there we go. I've had that, when he was a puppy. We rescued Nacho about 3.5 years ago. We don't know where he came from before 3.5 years ago. All we know is that we rescued him from a fake rescue. So we found these people that were a rescue, quote unquote. They have long since been shut down and by the police and such like that, but they were saying that they would long-term babysit people's pets, and they had a facility with barns, and it all looked very legitimate and everything like that. But then they were selling. God, I'm licking the cable. Yeah, no, I can. Yeah, don't. Yeah, no. Cable lick. No, we had a cat that liked licking, but started chewing cables, and very quickly, the cat was taught to not lick the cables anymore, chew the cables, I should say. But yeah, with Nacho, so we went to go and look at him because I wanted a dog. I didn't want a service dog, but I did want a companion dog. So when I did have anxiety spikes or anything like that, I could just pet the dog, and I find animals very calming for my anxiety issues and such like that. So I was looking for a dog that could work as my companion dog, and so we had heard about this rescue out near friends of ours farm, and so we headed out, and we found Nacho there, and we were told this big long story about them rescuing him, and then when it all went through, we then found that these through very shortly after taking him in, we then found that the people had been taking in other people's pets that they say that they would take care of, like home them for a long-term period. So that one friend of ours, this is how we found out, one friend of ours had some extra goats, and he really needed, he didn't want to get rid of his goats, but they needed to go somewhere else so that he could increase his barn space so that he had enough space. So he had made an agreement with them to house the goats there, and had paid them and everything like that. And about 4 days after he dropped his goats off there, thankfully somebody saw the ad. There was an ad on Kijiji from the people who ran this rescue selling goats. And so at that point, we went and did everything we could to try and find Nacho's background and make sure that he wasn't a, stolen dog. But he had no microchip, and we tried doing the Facebook lost pets thing, and we tried, going to the SPCA's in the area and stuff like that, and nobody was looking for him. So we don't know if he was from that area or if he was taken from somewhere else. We're pretty sure that he was a stolen dog and not a rescued dog, unfortunately. And we have tried our best to get him back to his original family, but you know, there was only so much we could do, so we have spoiled him rotten for the past 3.5 years and just tried to make the last 3.5 years the best that we could, you know, knowing that he probably missed his family too, and they probably missed him. But there we go. But the people who ran the fake rescue, they are in jail now, and people have all been compensated and stuff like that. But there were no records of where any of the animals came from, because if you're doing this kind of a legal thing, you don't really want to leave a paper trail. And so that's how we got our Nacho Boy. And oh, sorry everybody, that was a big yawn. I apologize. And so that's the story of my boy coming to us, and then he has been my shadow ever since. I you know, I can't. He's the type of dog that I can't even go to the bathroom with the door closed. Like he is that attached to my side every single day. So unfortunately, in a couple of weeks, even though I've prepared myself, in a couple of weeks when the time does come, it's going to be very hard for me, because he's been my man for 3 years. So I'm gonna miss him to bits. But unfortunately, his quality of life in the past probably 3 or 4 months has really gone down, and his, as with many labs and Danes, they get severe arthritis in their back ends, and he's starting to get severe arthritis. And as again with labs and Danes, they also get very lumpy, without using the C word, but they are very susceptible to getting lumpy. And over time, some of the lumps that he's gotten are no longer just cysts, but they are actually tumors. And so, you know, it's now quality of life, and, you know, he can't keep going through surgery procedures and stuff like that. So, you know, the decision's been made. And as I said, we are spoiling him rotten, and he's getting, let's see, last night he had a little bit of my sushi, which was really a spoil thing for him. And he, you know, he's been getting treats and all the rest of that. And when he can take longer walks, we're going out for longer walks. But again, you know, longer walks don't really happen very much anymore. So when they do, it usually ends up with me carrying him home. And as I said, he's 130 pounds, so it can be as long as it's not a long haul, it's I can carry him home. But it's getting to the point where, you know, and there is no little red wagon big enough for me to put him in. So unfortunately, choices had to be made. And there we go. So there's my sad part for the day. But it's really not sad. I mean, it's, as a pet owner, it's a decision that you have to make, and you have to make it at the right time. And being able to make it at the right time and know that you're doing, even though in your heart you don't feel that you're doing the best thing, you know in your heart you are doing the best thing, because you don't want to see your best friend, you know, going through that. So while it is sad, and it will be sad, you know, for a couple of days after, you know, I think in this case where, you know, he is in, you know, starting to be in distress some days and stuff like that, it's going to be much better for him than trying to continue spending thousands of dollars on vets, because vets are expensive. Woof. So, again, if anybody's watching who is considering getting a pet and doesn't have one yet, make sure that you have the finances behind you, because pets are a big responsibility, like huge responsibility. So, if you're going to go and get one, make sure that you are ready for, you know, all of the costs that can come up with them. And do research. If you're, you know, if you want a specific dog breed, do the research on the dog breed to make sure that, you know, you're not going to get surprised by any health conditions and such like that. You'd be surprised how many dog breeds actually do now come with health conditions and such like that due to breeding and all the rest of that, or just simple, it's part of their genetic traits. Um, Thinking all three of these houses might have to come down because I don't want to keep that end one either. But we'll have to see. Because then I could actually turn this area into gardens. Okay. And that's me talking on about pets and everything now. So let's see. What else can Parsnip talk about it? Oh, 117. It's time for Wordle. So yes, I've already discussed my Wordle obsession. I do. That would be a yeah. That's why we don't lick the carpet. Okay? Yes, when you lick the carpet, you get the yeah, I know, I love you. Go drink some water. um but as I was discussing earlier with a few people, I really do appreciate Wordle, so I think soon it's going to be my Wordle time. And I think I will pick up this stream again tomorrow when I have a little bit more fresher head and the dog now has gas. Okay. Oh boy. Another side effect of senior dogs. Okay, I love the fact that there's water coming out of one side of that and lava coming out the other. Oh, pain, 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 pain. Alright, let's go take a closer look at this over here just before we start wrapping things up. But yeah, so I think in the afternoon I'll do Roblox with the teen tomorrow if we are going to do it tomorrow. If not, that'll be on Saturday afternoon. And I think I will definitely pick up this Minecraft Let's Play again tomorrow. I do have some collaboration things in the works with some other streamers that I'm really excited. I don't want to spoil anything right now, but I am super excited for a couple of these to come to fruition. And again, for those that have been watching me for a little while, my server, the Misfit server, I will start streaming from there again very shortly. We had a little bit of changes happen due to some people just had some personal time conflicts and stuff like that and just couldn't put the time into it anymore, which was totally understandable. We all have lives and most of us are, older adults. So, it's totally understandable that, unfortunately life does get in the way sometimes of the best laid plans of mice and men. And I really love that over there, that kind of whole, I don't have an elytra in this game. So my streams from my server will be starting up again soon. There are a few small issues right now that I'm trying to deal with. One is if you ever don't make the same mistake I did, kids. So I went to expand the world border on my server today and entered the wrong number. Entered a much larger number than I had intended to, and I now have to wait for the server world to actually want to load in so that I can subtract some of those again. So yeah, if you're ever expanding your server borders, please watch how many zeros you add to the number. Go slow. Don't do what I did. But yeah, I have to fix that problem, but also on the server, we should be hopefully ready to open up for some new players soon. I'm looking forward to that. I know that we've got a couple of new members to the Misfit server coming very soon. I should have hit a village by now, shouldn't I? I've gone the wrong way. But do you see what I see? The tree, the lovely, lovely, what's that? It's a fox, okay. Alright, okay, I need to do one quick little thing here. I think I've gone down the wrong side of that mountain. Actually, I'm pretty sure I have. No, I haven't, because there's the water. It's the lava beyond, so the village. Yep, there's the cleared village area over there, I think. Okay, perfect. But I do want to head down to this lush cave at some point because the lush goodies that are down there. But hopefully we'll be opening up the Misfit server for some more new players soon, and so there will be some more Misfits antics and hilarity. But for those of you who have watched since day one, I have chosen to, for sake of avoiding burning out, I chose to move bases. I'm now based with Jax over in his original cave base, so I'm now basing with him. The ocean world is still very much there, and I still do plan on turning it into something else, but it was starting to be a little much for me, having to literally travel close to 1,000 blocks every time I wanted to do anything. So while it's a great location for maybe some amusement or something like that, it wasn't a great location for being able to collect resources. I was way behind everybody else in the server. So while everyone else already had diamond armor, I still hadn't been able to really get out mining, just with the simple fact that I had to try and expand land so that I had somewhere to actually base in the middle of the ocean, and so I have moved my base over with Jax, and I'm really excited about that. The two of us have been doing... That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do this. Two of us have been doing a lot of work behind the scenes to really improve things and get things going. We've now realized that we're both hoarders, so we've started building a storage room. I had been hoping to, as I said, stream from there tonight. Unfortunately, with my boo-boo expanding the world borders, I had to forego, and so we've got this brand new Let's Play, which we will continue going on with, and hopefully get a bit more excited about. Okay, that's a tree, look. So, but again, day one, it's not always the most exciting, entertaining thing in the world to watch a Minecrafter, get set up and stuff like that. But, hi Jax, how are you? I was just talking about our base on Misfits, and that I'm really excited to be basing with you. But I have been at this now for close to 2 hours, and unfortunately my spine is definitely telling me that I need to be able to move around and get up and such like that. So unfortunately, let's see if anybody else is streaming right now. I don't think that there will be anybody at this time. Nope. I don't think there's anybody at this time who I actually... Yeah, you are really cool, so there. Okay, let me get out of... Boop, 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 ba-doop, boop, ba-doop. Alright, I don't see anybody on that I know of. Poop. So I'm not gonna raid, but alright, so as I said, tomorrow I am gonna do an afternoon stream and an evening stream. I do not think I'll be joining into Suspects tomorrow, just because I am not feeling very well, and when I'm not feeling very well, it's very hard for me to play that sort of game where, you know, you've got to BS your way through it. So I think I'll probably take a week off at least to try and, you know, heal myself up and get feeling better so that I can come back BSing even stronger, or at least when I fall out of my chair laughing at myself, you know, for not being able to BS that well, you know, it won't hurt. Um, but other than that, thank you everybody for joining me for the 2 hours tonight. It was really awesome. I really appreciate it. I know it was really late. But again, I hope you guys will join me tomorrow, and I will talk to you all soon. And for, I think, Ebozen who's listening, I don't know if you are interested in joining my Discord. I do have a Discord. I can send you an invitation. That way, if you do ever have free time again and want to play some Phasmophobia at some point during the middle of the night, let me know. I would totally be up for it. Yay! I'll send you an invite. Okay, you guys have a great night. And Ebozen, good luck with your assignment. And Jax, I will talk to you soon. But I am gonna go and stretch out my back now. Thank you everybody for being here. And yay! This went so well. Yay! Alright, so we're going to end this. Alright, have a good night everybody. Bye.